is the future of real estate, and how does crypto assets and NFTs integrate into that future? We're going to go over that today on the Saturday opinion piece from Real Estate Daily. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Daily. My name is Troy, and on every Saturday we go over the biggest opinions that I feel will change the market, things that you need to know right now that's up and coming, whether it be next month, next year, or by 2030 and beyond. I'm going to go over those things. Great. So before we start, hit that subscribe button. Let's continue to get more and more viewers, as well as hit that like button. If you have any comments, more than happy to leave them down below. But more or less, let's jump into the content. So this is a article that came up. It said crypto real estate, the property market built on digital assets. And I really feel, and as I go over the things today, that the future of real estate is all twined into crypto assets and NFTs. Let's start with this. I know that the recent news has shown that on the Ripple ledger, they have now started putting land deeds in Colombia on it. Now, they started with one. It was a success. It was going to be a success. And now they're putting 100,000 more on there. This is only the beginning of how you actually put what's on the blockchain as deeds, land deeds, or titles. Those titles show who owns what on there, what's the actual dimensions, what's all the information, all from the tax assessor's office. You will know exactly who the ownership is. Now, as time goes by, when those sell, you will see it stack on top of each other into the next owner and then the next owner. But that's so much, there's so much more to it. You can make an NFT out of that as well. So on top of it being on the blockchain, now I can have a ownership in which I can put in my wallet to prove I even own the property. That NFT is definitely something that's coming out. I'm so excited because I know that Ripple and XRP is going to have those NFTs. They should be launching sometime next week. And then I think sometime in the first or second quarter, we're going to see NFTs as deeds and titles in your wallets. I mean, they're going to be published out there. Now, it won't start here in the United States. It's probably going to be somewhere like in South America, which is really adopting cryptocurrencies. But we're, this one, it says Portugal's first property sale on cryptocurrency. So we're just seeing all these adoptions. That's number one. Number two, how to buy and sell real estate much easier than it is today? Okay, well, first of all, what happens is if I want to buy a piece of land or a home, I have here in California, I have to have a buyer and seller, and then I have to go into escrow. And during that escrow time, the escrow company is a middleman. And what they do is they exchange paperwork, make sure it's signed, all the monies go back and forth. What happens if we already had something that we filled out that was stamped onto the blockchain, and that actually showed ownership from one to the next? I think that's the future, actually. It's going to be that easy to convey property from one owner to the next. That's going to really take off. Now, how do I also deal with sales of land and sales of property? I tokenize, and I tokenize. Everything in the future will be a token. It'll be easy to sell and buy things through tokens. What does a token do? Well, let's just say right now you have a piece of, you live in a house right now, and let's say a token represents $100. So if you own let's say a $500,000 house, you'd have 5 million of them, the 500,000, one of the two, but you have these tokens. Now let's just say you owed somebody $100,000. You could actually give them 100,000 tokens of your property. Think about that. Let's go one step further. You're hurting for money, right? And instead of getting foreclosed on because you can't make your payments, how about you selling or fractionalizing your ownership of that property? So meaning I'll sell off, $100,000 worth. So now someone owns a fifth of my property, right? The fifth of the equity. So he owns a fifth. Now, I still live in the house and I still control the house. I'm a controlling interest. But now I can start handing and selling fractionalized real estate out there. And then, yes, if real estate goes down, then your value of that token goes down. If real estate goes up, then the value of that token goes up, which is considered tokenized equity. This is the future that I see out there. It's very clear to me. I think that the future is going to be all about tokenization. We're going to have more and more people jumping into this, more companies that are out there, instead of having all these crazy REITs, real estate trusts and such, you're going to have fractionalized tokens, and you're going to have those tokens, and they're going to be in your wallet. They're not going to be in some vault in some managing company of this REIT. You're going to have control of it. That is what is really going to be exciting, because now that's an asset that you can sell and you can buy. If you're owning 1/100th of a skyscraper building in Los Angeles, what can you do with that? You can't borrow against that, can you? You can't just go sell it anytime, sell it right now. You have to go to the managing company and they have to be involved in the transfer of it. No, now you own it in your wallet, and that is what is exciting. Next is, what is NFTs going to do, right? How is NFTs going to be integrated? Well, we just talked about it being title, but I think it's so much more. I think an NFT will be issued for insurance purposes. On the NFT, you'll be able to show, what your property address is, what your coverage is, what your deductibles are. It'll be an NFT, and you put that in your wallet. It's not going to be something mailed to you. You have to deal with it. No, you'll be able to put it into a file storage for your house, or just simply into a MetaMask wallet. That's number one. Number two, I think that all of the, let's call it, home warranties are going to be that way as well. So you'll be issued a home warranty on the blockchain, and that home warranty will also have information such as your home address, your deductibles on that as well, what appliances it covers, what's your actual coverage. It'll all be on that NFT. That'll be cool. And again, you're walking around with it either in a hot wallet, right, or cold storage, which means it will be offline. Hot wallet means it's online. It's like a MetaMask wallet. That's what hot wallet is. Next case usage is going to be, well, I got title, I got home insurance, I got home warranty, and then there's several different types of insurance. I have homeowners insurance, and then I have title insurance. All that can be all sitting there, in NFTs on the blockchain. Or again, I can take that NFT, I can put it in cold storage, and no one can see it, or a hot wallet where if I had to present it right away, I can present it. So let's go over a couple of these articles here. One of them says Hideaways launch pre-sale for luxury real estate NFTs. It says the Hideaways has launched a first pre-sale of a collection of NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain to be underpinned by luxury physical real estate, just like we talked. Now, this could be pretty cool in the respect that, let's just say that I want to go and show, I want to go show my friends what I'm looking at, or my wife, or my girlfriend, or my husband. Well, I can absolutely now have a picture or NFT. I can show them that way. But just like we talked about, let's say I want to invest now, right? If I want to invest, then I go and I can now get back into tokenization. So let's read that second line there. It says, through fractionalization of NFTs, the Hideaways NFT holders will own an NFT which is tied to a tangible real estate asset. Well, it's tied to a fraction of what the real estate is owned, or worth, I should say. Okay, this is how you really make money, right? I go in, I buy a $500,000 house, right? Well, if I decided to take that $500,000 house and then fractionalize it, let's say I fractionalize it in 5 pieces. Well, then I can sell each piece, if there's a buyer, $120,000, even though I have an appraisal for that property being worth $500,000. I can then sell it upon future value. So I'm fractionalizing it. Now, just like the stock market, it can go up or down, but right now, as we're seeing, we just don't have enough homes for people, and the home builders are not building. And with that all being said, that's where I think this is all headed here. Next article. This European inspired chateau in Miami also comes with a digital twin in the Alpha City metaverse. So this is pretty cool, right? I buy a house and then I get a plot of land in the metaverse, which is like my house. That is totally cool. I kind of like it. You know, I mean, I probably won't like the actual price of the property because you're paying for that as well as you're just throwing in a plot of land. If it's in like Sandbox or it's in decentral land, those are only worth $2,000 or $3,000 for those plots of land. Now, a dev would have to come in and replicate that home into that metaverse, which probably, again, you're looking at a couple $1,000. But this is pretty cool. I'd love to have, like, I live in a house, you know, and fix it up my way, and then have a developer, you know, get a piece of land. The developer develops exactly the same way, and actually could put his own spin on things, right? So that would be pretty cool as well. So these are just some of the crazy things that are happening right now in real estate and crypto worlds that are colliding, and I am so excited about it. Now, I hope I actually, you know, was able to explain it very well. You know, I'm going to go over these topics in the future. I'm going to break them down one by one. But right now, I just wanted to kind of give you a general overview of how crypto is going to change the housing market, the mortgage market, you know, and the real estate sales market. And it's just never going to be the same after this is happening. Now, last thing you're going to ask me, hey, Troy, when do you see this happening? I actually see it happening by 2026 or 2030. Anywhere in there, we're going to see this huge change in the $350 to $400 trillion worldwide housing market. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me on my opinion piece on Saturday. If you have your own opinions, leave them down below in the comment section. Otherwise, have a fantastic rest of the weekend. Stay cool, stay dry, take care.